What's going on, mates? So I know not everyone that's subscribed to me is a flipper, but for today's video I'm going to be doing a front twisting tutorial because a lot of you requested it. So let's jump right into it. The first step before you get right into front twisting, it's probably good to know a front flip. It is possible to do front twisting without knowing how to front flip, but it's definitely a lot easier. So get your front flip down, and before we go on to Rudy's, Randy's, adolfs, fried-offs, all that crazy stuff, you shouldn't skip the fundamentals. You should get your front 180 down. The way that I learned how to front 180 was to halfway in between my front flip just huck my arms to the side. It's technically a front 180, but it's really janky looking, and it's definitely not the easiest way to do it. The easiest way to learn is to do a round off and then slowly kind of take one hand away and then eventually do a round off without any hands, and then boom, you got your front 180. I'm gonna show you a couple drills of how you can do a round off and then turn that into a front 180.
Yeah, shit, I'm on, baby.
And then boom, you learned your front 180. So you learned your front 180, you're super stoked, but the kids at school are still calling you a noob because you can't do a Rudy, you can't do a Randy. Well, my friend, this is where you learn. It's super simple once you figure it out. It could take you 5 minutes or it could take you 5 months. The biggest problem with people's Rudies, or when they're trying to learn a Rudy or whatever it is that I see, they haven't quite figured out how to keep their legs straight, which you don't have to keep them all that straight for a Rudy, but if you ever want to advance onto Randys and adolfs and stuff like that, you're gonna have to learn how to keep your whole entire body in line with your legs straight. The way you're supposed to spin, the fastest way to spin is to keep your whole body in line, and you spin way faster than if you were like spinning out like this. But still, there's people out there that when they spin, they like to bend at the knee, so both of their legs are like that while they're spinning. I don't know, you just look like a silly fish man. Spinning like this, where you spin really fast, or spinning like this, where it's way harder. Point proven, just spin with your legs straight, all right? First step in doing a Rudy, which is a front flip 540 if you didn't know. 1.5 spins, so whichever way you start, you're gonna end up facing the other way after doing a 540. So I can't say that this is gymnast technique or anything, but I'm just gonna use the technique that I use, and it works fairly well. The first step is to get the front flip going. A lot of people will just kind of throw diagonal and try and do both at the same time, like front flip and spin, and it just kind of doesn't work out. Or they'll just kind of throw from the side and hope for the best. The best thing to do is to get the front flip started before you go for any spin. So I like to start with my hands here, or just kind of wherever that I can throw them and get a flip started. I don't know if anyone has heard of the saying bend and snap, but that's kind of what I do for my front spins. I let my front half bend over my lower half when I get the flip started. I throw down and I bend at the torso, and at about a 45-degree angle is when I do the scoop. This doesn't mean throw your arms at an angle, whichever way you throw. Like I was saying earlier, try and keep your front flip and your spin separate movements, but still fluid to where they can just flow together into one nice front spin. So I call it the scoop because I always feel like I'm reaching into a big tub of ice cream and scooping out ice cream or something. Throw it down, let my body fold, and then scoop, and then that's when I stay straight. I get my body in line. You can't spin when you're bent like that, but that's just to get the front flip going, and then once you do the scoop, you kind of straighten your body out right when you tuck, and if you do it at the right moment, you will just, it's like the bend and snap motion. You bend, get the momentum, and then you snap, and you just start spinning like crazy. Whether you do it to your right or you do it to your left, it looks like a dance move. Hey, hey. From there, it's all about feeling it and holding your spin, so I'll give you guys a couple of examples.
Wish you were sober. I wish you were sober.
A little secret that I do with my front spins, which I didn't even actually know that I did this. I spin to my left, so I huck my left arm out, and then I bring my right arm to it, and that just snaps me around. So while I'm doing the bend, instead of keeping both my arms together like that, I kind of throw one out and then I meet up with the other one. If you watch my front spins in slow-mo, you kind of always see that one arm go out, and that's just how I do it. I can't say that that's like textbook gymnast, like how you do your front spins, but that has definitely helped me out a lot, especially when I'm trying like quad twists and stuff. Like that just really gets me to go fast. And there you have it, guys. I hope this video really helped you on your front spins. If you're looking on how to do a Randy, adolf, and fried off, there's nothing more I can really teach you. It's more about just committing and holding your spin a little bit longer than normal. For a Rudy, it goes very quick depending on how fast your spin is. Like I barely have to stay straight. It's kind of like a tuck, stay straight, and then untuck right away. For Randy's and on, which is 2.5 spins and more, you're definitely gonna wanna hold your spin a little bit longer, and that's up to you to figure out how long to hold it. There's no cheat to get around it. It's really just about practice, and if you get it in 2 seconds, that's great. If you get it in a couple months down the road, that's just how tricks are sometimes. I was fortunate enough to have a trampoline park that I could just go and huck it in the foam pit, and that really helped out a lot. Now I'm gonna see if I can hit a front triple full, and then that'll be the end of the video. Ugh, let's huck it. I changed my mind. Front triple full is kind of lame. I want to go for front 3.5. It's called an adolf, and I've done plenty of these into the foam pit, but I've never done them on a G-tramp. especially my sketchy G-tramp. Come on, we got this. I'm gonna hit 1.5, 2.5, and then just go for the big 3.5. Frick, I almost had it. Oh no! No! No, I had it. All right, this one, I know I got it. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, that was so clean. Woo, that was so clean. Whew. All right, that's the end of the session for today. Please give this video a huge thumbs up and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.